talking about a true thug in these Christian streets. Like, only time you're going to find out what truly being broken is when God takes you down the same road of suffering that Jesus Christ went through. That is why this country is the root of cursing people in the Bible, like Apostle Paul, as if you could ever match Apostle Paul. You sit and you open your filthy, uneducated mouth on the internet for 2 minutes of relevance talking about a true thug in these Christian streets, like Apostle Paul. Like, the nerve of you talking about the things that he wrote and established as doctrine. The foundation of the church shall be established upon the doctrine of prophets and apostle. You can't even spell your own name in a hailstorm, but you will open your cracked teeth on the internet to say that tongues are not for today. Where's the section of the Bible that you wrote? Did God even ask you to present one color map at the back of the Bible for you to open your confused, dusty mouth and talk about people like John the Baptist, like Apostle Paul, or like anybody else? You don't even have the right to talk about Simon the Sorcerer, because Simon the Sorcerer made it into the Bible with his bad self. What have you done? This is a country that will sit itself, right, on a little mushroom of ignorance and talk about the people that God has allowed to be in the Bible, to critique them, to question them, to be like, yeah, well, this and that. And I'm not saying that these people were perfect. They are human, which is inherent with fallibility. But to look at the ones that God approved and then try to nitpick them with your fungus-infested fingers. Like, what is wrong with you in this country? Around the world, you are following the doctrines of devils and demons that comes out of this toilet, calling itself Christianity. Around the world, Nigeria, you are so guilty. Every nonsense that comes from America, you're ready to spout it off. Papa Hagin, shut up. Shut up. I'm very touched in this moment. I am sick of false Christianity. Not only is a fog that obscures the minds of people who are genuinely looking for God, but it is a brass armor of pride over ignorant people. And then you cannot reach them. They are dying, perishing in their sins, at the precipice of destruction from the anger of a God who is tired. Repeating the dry crackers of who they think is a great, because he had a Bible school, because he came to your country in 1900 to have an evangelical outreach, took all your money, came back here and paid his taxes, but you thought you had a visitation, you thought you had a word. I sat under the anointing of Bishop, empty-headed. Your mother has had an issue for 4 years. You cannot pray it off her, but you sat under the anointing of so-and-so and so, because he flew on a jet, Pan Am, KLM, take your pick. Dying, highway to hell so packed that everybody there has a mini fan. Standing room only, highway to hell. 3 people going in the other direction to heaven. But everybody sat under the anointing of Bishop so-and-so. And I was blessed to be there in 1971. A time was had. A time was had. God was there. God? Which God? You hear that your nation is going to be lit up like a firecracker, let go into the sky, and exploded in an embarrassing annihilation. And then you continue to have the mindset that there's something salvageable here. There's something God's not done with America, you say. Yet, as long as you can read English and you flip right to the back and you read Revelation 18. Revelation 18 can be summed up like this. I'm going to burn it to the ground, but first I'm going to tell everyone who can hear, that includes sons of the soil, but also I'm talking to the foreigners. I'm going to tell them, this one time come out of Mystery Babylon. Does that sound like it's salvageable? Does that sound like a nation that eats children, eats them in abortion, and then eats them for hors d'oeuvres? Does that sound like God is planning to give that nation a second chance? He is not. It is up to the people in the nation to line up and be broken on the rock of ages. You line up to be broken on that stool, and you will obtain mercy from the Lord, or that rock, that stone will fall on you. Those are the choices available. Because the arrogance and the haughtiness is off the charts. And this is what leads to a fall, a great fall. Pride will take you to that fall. And the haughty spirit will always land you directly in the Lincoln Town car at the destination called destruction. These things, they are a pattern that repeats itself. Multiple greater nations than this have fallen.